What's up guys on my channel? So I know you read the title and that's why you clicked on this video, but last week I bought my dream car. And when I mean dream car, I mean like it is my dream, really. And if you remember watching my channel and I let go of the C63, I said one day I will have an AMG again. And I don't need to make a big secret out of this. I mean, this car will be featured on my channel all the time. Like, I am so excited to show you. Are you ready? 2010 C63 AMG, guys. Like, let me tell you something. This is not your normal car. I mean, there's so many modifications to it. I first want you to take a look at the car itself. I mean, it is so stunning. You got the carbon fiber spoiler here on the rear. You got carbon fiber on the bottom of the car. You got the 19-inch wheels on the car that make it look stunning. The color of the paint is beautiful. Front grille is completely blacked out. And I mean, come on. Take a look at this thing, man. I mean, it's it's insane. Of course, you have tinted windows on it. I will show you the interior in just a minute here. But again, I mean, just take a look at the rear of this thing. I mean, it's insane. Obviously, the quad exhaust that you can definitely hear. AMG C63. So when I said this car is not normal, the stock C63 is already fast, right? And it's loud. But this specific car, and I will tell you the story behind it, has MBH long tube headers and an MBH tune on it, pushing out 540, 550 horsepower. And it is, I mean, it is, it's just not a normal, you know, I'm sort of speechless because it is a whole different animal. Like, it's, the regular C63s are insane, and I mean, it's an AMG, right? But this one just has a completely different meaning to it. I mean, it is completely different, and I guess I'm speechless, but guys, it's so insane. I will roll a cold start clip, and I hope you can hear it on the camera. It's nothing like in person, but here, go ahead and listen to it. Alright, I'll show you guys the interior. So keyless go as well. Obviously it has a lot of options for 2010. You got, so well, first of all, let's turn it on. I mean, the sound of it turning on is insane. So I mean, that growl, you know, it's a C63. Okay, so 2010, obviously you got the full metal shift pedals right here. You got all carbon fiber in the interior. You got pretty nice. They don't obviously make this anymore, but back then you had a function here where you could sort of hide your whole command system. And yeah, it has multimedia package, obviously, navigation on it. It has Harman Kardon sound system. Again, you got the carbon fiber right here. Interior carbon fiber right here as well, everywhere in the car. Steering wheel, the flat bottom steering wheel. You got 200 on the dash right here. And yeah, I need to let the car warm up a little bit, but it is hot outside though, 98. Then you got the beautiful interior right here with the AMG logo in the seats itself. You have, I mean, the seats itself are in really good quality too if you take a look at it. I mean, it's full leather, and honestly you don't see a lot of marks on the seats as well. Of course, over time it is a 9-year-old car, but it's in flawless shape. This seat here too, I mean, you can see some marks from the driver's seat. but even the buttons here that used to fade over time are in really good shape. And then again, you have all your different settings for your sound, Harman Kardon Logic 7 it used to be. So here you go, you got all the different settings, of course bass on 10, you should know me by now. And yeah, but this car is not so much to talk. Oh well, one thing I have to show that I think is kind of cool. So on the back here too, you can sort of get this thing up and it gives you another, I guess, sun protection or slash tint. Pretty cool, everything is working. You got your roof right here. So I mean guys, this car is, it's a monster. It's a real monster. So before I take it for a drive, I think I need to talk to you about the story behind it. So I was 2 weeks ago to be exact, my wife, she was on Facebook on garage sale looking at things, right? And she, you know, she said, hey, there's a C63 for sale. And it was one of the evenings I had a long day at work, so I wasn't really thinking about it. And I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. I saw the picture, I was thinking, man, looks good, you know. So a couple of days after, she went through it again. She said, hey, look, it's still available. And then I had to take a closer look at it, and I suddenly read it's close to hitting 60,000 miles, what is not a lot at all. To me, the engine just broke in, you know. It has MBH long tube headers, it had MBH tune, and I was thinking, man, this car is insane, I have to take a look at it. So obviously I met with the guy, shout out to the guy, he was a really awesome guy. He really only sold it because he got a new car, and that was his new daily driver. And it spits flames at night. Okay, that's how crazy it is. If you rev it at night, you can see flames coming out. The downshift on the highway, if you get onto it and you downshift, flames come out. I mean, this car is, you know, it is a whole different animal. That's what I meant outside earlier. It is not a normal C63. So yes, this is my first C63 that I own, and I will be getting rid of the convertible because this will be my new daily driver. And I can tell you one thing, guys, a 6.2 V8 is something that is still different than the newer models, right? It is a natural aspirated engine, it has a different sound to it, even though I love the twin turbo sounds they make these days, but this is a whole different, you know, animal. It sounds different, it has a different driving feeling to it, and I guess I'm just in love, you know. I love this car so much, and my channel will be full of videos on this car, of course. This will be the new daily driver, and trust me, there will be videos on this car. Let it be quarter miles, let it be just regular videos on it, maybe things I want to do to the car, maybe not a tune, it already has enough in it, but yeah, I would say we take it for a drive and you guys listen to it. Of course I don't want to do this in my neighborhood, but I take it out and show you what it really sounds like. I hope you can see me good. We take it for a drive now. We have to. It's, you know, it puts a smile on my face every time I drive it. Like, you know, I look at it in the morning and I'm like, I get excited, you know, I get excited to drive it wherever, you know, let it be to work, let it be just, maybe not the gas consumption, that is a little bit different, but anyways, let's listen to it low RPMs, because to me this is actually more impressive than high RPMs. On low RPMs you can hear that rumble of the V8. It's, I mean, it's like huge balls, okay, and they just want to let loose on the car. I mean, it's a monster. And that's what I love about the car. You don't need to give it a lot of gas. Man, I mean, you don't need to give it a lot of gas. That was third gear in order to hear the car. And I guess this is almost more impressive to me than the car on higher gears. Of course it is fast, but also to drive this daily and just enjoy the V8 sound. To me, this is what driving experience should be, you know, driving pleasure overall. So again, we have a 6.2 liter V8 natural aspirated. It is the 2010 model, so not the facelift that has still the older interior that I still like a lot. It has some modifications to the outside of it, as mentioned, visual modifications, but then underneath the hood I haven't dynoed it, nor have I went to a quarter mile, but I can feel it's not stock, okay? And you can also tell when you open the hood, the long tube headers, for example, are insane, and then the tune also makes a big difference. So yeah, let's come to a stop here, and yeah, low RPMs. That was 30 miles per hour. Low RPMs. It was below. It was 1500 RPMs. Can you believe that? 1500. There's also no drowning in the car. I mean, it's not really noisy when you get on the interstate. Of course, you can tell it has a big engine in it, but it's not like, you know, where you can't talk or anything unless you get on it. Then it gets a little louder. Oh man, the downshifts. Wait till you hear the downshifts later. The downshifts are, yeah, the downshifts are what gets me in this car. So low RPMs. Man, listen to the downshifts. Oh yeah, also first gear I have issues actually getting onto it, so I need to do second gear. Holy crap, man! Oh my god! Every time! Oh my god! It's... Man, do you hear the pops? What the heck is this? You know, I still can't get over it. This is my daily driver, and it's rare to find the C63s, the 204 models. Woo! Yeah, sometimes you don't even want to get on it, because it's like, you know, sometimes you poop your pants just a little bit. Especially first gear, you can forget first gear in that car, to be honest. But well, people are just staring. Okay, this is second gear. Like, oh my god. So let's talk about the actual handling, okay, without all the rumble. Car handles amazing. You know, before I buy a car, I make sure if there's anything wrong with the car itself. So steering overall, you know, make sure when I let go of the steering, if it keeps on going straight, brakes are good in it. You really, I mean, I made sure I actually got an oil change not too long ago, just to make sure that it has been done, even though I know it hasn't been done too long ago. These sort of cars, they really drink a lot, let it be gasoline or any other fluids. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I also want you to hear it rev. Go ahead. So, I mean, listen to the rev of this car. I mean, what the hell? It's mean. It's a mean car. Oh, it will piss some people off. It's just so loud. So, anyways, obviously there will be much more videos in the car coming, but today I wanted to show you the first video, you know, that I got the car, and also show you sort of my expression of it, and I hope you can tell that I'm, you know, more than happy. It's insane. And you know what? You know what is more impressive to me? The higher end pulse. So whenever you drive, let's say 70 or so on the interstate, and you pull it out of third or fourth gear, the amount of torque it has, the amount it goes forward, you know. 0 to 60 is one thing, but then the top end to me is really impressive. And I can't wait, you know, to see the full potential of this car on a racetrack or a quarter mile, but it really needs to be tested, what it can actually do. Also, a dyno would probably be a nice video of the car itself. But I think for today, to wrap it up, I would say I take some outside shots of the car too, so you can sort of hear what it sounds like on a drive-by or flyby. And yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. It's a short video, but this is my daily driver, guys. So yeah, I hope you're excited as much as I am. Videos are coming of this car, and I will have the convertible a little bit longer, the C300 convertible, for maybe a couple of more weeks. So if there are any videos you want me to do in the car before it's gone, let me know. I'm sure a sound system test would be nice, and anything else maybe you want to see in it. So let me know down below, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Please stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. To wrap it up, one downshift. Another one. Okay, that was it. Alright, guys.
Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on. Bullets rattling and whistle at your toque. Never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loot. This a war zone.